Frankly, I do too.
Yeah, he does. He has his burst range is just exactly where you want it to be to kind of stay away from Game & Watch, but you also have the tools to be like, okay, he's floating, I'm going to put him above me, kind of just poke at him until he dies.
I agree with you 100%. This is not a matchup where necessarily Game & Watch is like going to be super, super dominant. Wolf has the tools to compete. The question is the game plan there, or has Jakal finally been worn down after losing in winners round 1?
So I counted 6 short hop neutral airs, and there's 7 in neutral. And from what I noticed from the very first one, and the very first 2 actually, it caused Jakal to back up and try to whip punish it. When whip punishing Game & Watch Nair is no easy task. So being able to command that space and push Wolf backwards like that just by throwing 2 moves at him like that is really, really powerful.
Oh no, trying to land
there,
above Game & Watch.
Can't nair there.
No fly zone for sure.
No, and then you get grabbed. So from what I found about Game & Watch is you being above him like that is basically a checkmate because you have 2 options. You either press a button and get up aired, or you air dodge and he nairs you again and puts you back in the same scenario. And then he throws an up B in there, which somehow combos into a nair afterward. Oh, goodness gracious. The nair side B is going to take it. 51% added onto Jakal, but this is one Wolf combo away, but Game & Watch just taxes you so much on your stocks.
It's basically every time you guess incorrectly, Game & Watch is going to up B. So if your pressure is a frame off, he's going to up B. If it looks like it's in disadvantage, he's going to up B. And Endothia understands the matchup and is not afraid to use and abuse those get-out-of-jail-free options.
When it's uncomfortable, they're really far up, and when it's very comfortable, they're right below you, just trying to just kill you. The down tilt maybe not being the option that I thought would come out. I think a cross-up was expected there, but...
You talked about the burst range. We're already kind of seeing it from Jakal. The dash attack is going to be a huge tool here, I think.
It's just that Endothia is doing a really good job of evading that burst range. It's like, all right, we're going to play a little bit of footsies, and we're going to nair. And let's see what you do about that. Oh, you got hit by it. That's crazy. We're going to go up. But Jack was saying, hey, you want to go up there too? I have a stairway for you as well. Really good DI to not get hit by that back air, but goodness gracious, if you're DIing in that, you're scaring me.
Though I will say, not only the DI, but the up B is going to make that super, super hard to link too. Because the iframes on startup, that is a very small window for that combo to link. Good 2-frame. I think that's going to be the big one. 2-framing in this matchup is really easy for Wolf.
It is, but like Game & Watch also has the ability to like have bucket, be floaty, throw sausage 1 or 2, and then even go above the ledge. So just the amount of options that Endothia has to mix up that ledge is really powerful. But Jakal being a seasoned veteran, playing a lot of Game & Watch, especially because I believe Dodge is playing. Okay, we're getting down smash, forward smashed. It just doesn't change among skill levels. That berry is gonna kill you.
Yeah, these two never actually played before.
Really?
So, yeah, this is no record whatsoever between the two of them. I'm curious if that means that the play style, the uniqueness of how Endothia approaches this matchup may very well be that curveball necessary.
And that's where a lot of the meta kind of kicks in. When you think about Wolf, you think about a very specific type of player or play style. Like between Ouch and Jakal, one is very like calculated, one is very reserved. It's the same idea. With Game & Watch, you can literally get any type of player in the room. It doesn't matter. They will press buttons on you. They will have iframes, and you are going to get hit.
True. I mean, I will say, like, Jakal's got over 50 games against Marcus at Fusions. So it's like, Jakal knows the matchup for sure. The question is going to be, does Endothia approach the matchup?
Exactly. I mean, it obviously does matter, but sometimes, like, if you're a good Game & Watch player, you can kind of force matchups and ideas to, what's that old WWE saying, where it's just like, everybody has a plan to get punched in the mouth.
True,
as soon as you punch a wolf in the mouth, now they're just like, oh, okay. I see what's happening.
Dash attack yet again, come to clutch into the immediate aggressive back here. That's what we want to see from Jakal. You got to make some callouts, you got to make some gets, and you got to make them count.
That hard-hitting bear. I'm not sure how that sweet spotted, but hey, we take that up for Jakal. And then Endothia getting a fair upbeat directly after that. Goodness gracious, these characters are just hitting each other.
And I love Endothia going above the stage with these up Bs. Endothia knows how vulnerable that recovery can be. Key definitely not going to do it at 151. Wolf in an awkward spot, gets the shine, but can't jump out of it.
Yeah, and I've been noticing that up B above the ledge really prominently because he's still low-key invincible, and he has a very powerful hitbox that just sends you center stage no matter what. So he's like, all right, I'm getting back to ledge, and I don't have to play the ledge game anymore. It's just such a powerful option. It's very difficult to punish, so good on Endothia for using that so effectively. Okay, the limit is 4, so for how many sausages we're going to get?
Too many servings.
Not enough.
Definitely over his caloric intake. Again, the Nair into Wolf Flash. That is being rather effective for Jakal.
And I feel like the Game & Watch's floaty goodness. Game & Watch's floatiness is really going to attest to that because it's really hard to get down and get into a tech situation. So if you get that nair, I think you just kind of have to eat that side B.
Get out of there. Yeah, don't want to.
Oh my goodness. Oh my Jude. You got to calm down, buddy. You got to get out of there.
It is a little bit concerning because he had a big lead all of a sudden, but Endothia's clawed this back even.
Snake and Game & Watch and Rob are kind of characters where they're like, okay, we're on the same stock. I'm going to live for a really long time, and I'm going to tax you until you get like hasty and try to kill me, and then I'm going to hit you with all the extra stuff afterward. And now we're even again.
Kind of messed up how this is a bottom 5 character weight, and they still live that long because it's so hard to just pin them down and hit them with a big hit.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
You have to guess, and guessing wrong means 80 no matter what. I love, like, the way Jude is playing, he's playing very floaty. He's playing very short hop range. And it's like, when he thinks that Endothia, is trying to jump at him, he's just backing up. He's just staying grounded. There's no reason to jump into Game & Watch almost ever.
I mean, the biggest weakness this character has is approaching. And you challenged Wolf Flash and guessed wrong.
Yeah, I think Jakal aimed it into the ledge and also held down so he doesn't snap the ledge, making sure it stays out as long as possible. And obviously not having a hitbox anymore on that up B is just going to get you sent straight into the drink. Exactly.
Yeah, it's one of those hits, if you have any kind of disjoint, challenge that move, because if you get your hitbox out, the hurtbox travels before the hitbox of Wolf Flash. So you can beat it with Mario Nair even.
But if he meets you there first.
That's the big problem.
Like,
don't mess up, though. Just be a good player. Don't mess up.
That's always what it comes down to. Don't get hit, ladies and gentlemen.
Isaiah was right.
And have we been playing on small this whole time? I feel like we have. Yeah,
familiar confines.
Yeah, these competitors these days have been only sticking to one stage more often than not, because I guess the game has been out for such a long time that matchups are quote-unquote solved at this point, where more often than not, they know what the most optimal for each one is. And that fair back air, you know, you just love to see it if you're a Wolf fan or if you're a Jude fan.
Talk about solved. At that percent, you hit that fair, you're going for it every time.
It's like goodbye. It's
such a good payoff.
Yeah. It's amazing, especially when you got the full hop advantage. You're not short hopping your aerials, so they're just super fresh, super strong. I need this Game & Watch to leave the screen. It's not.
Expeditiously. It's like less than 80% too before the forward air.
3 frames between back air and blast zone.
Already setting up those forward airs. This is the issue, is that Endothia character doesn't have really the best approach tools, but we haven't seen Endothia in a spot where he has to rush Jakal down.
Yeah, people are not ready for that conversation of when Game & Watch is down, it's really hard for him to tack you with something like meaningful.
Yep.
When it comes down to it, like his up smash frame, 22, 26.
Yep.
His forward tilt's like super stubby and puts him in a good amount of lag. It's just that he can't burst you down very well, but boy howdy does it make it impossible for him to burst himself down. And that's kind of the game you play. Can you get in? Can you keep him out?
Oh, we're trying for footstool up B. I respect that, Jakal, but you don't hit that footstool, bad things are coming. Now stuck in the corner yet again. Breakfast coming out. Gets the parry on the get-up attack, but can't make anything out of it because hold buffer. Trying to parry and dash away.
Yeah, the buffer in this game. What could have been, what could have been.
Bring back stack buffer.
Exactly. You see Jakal recovering above the stage with these up Bs, and you'd be interested to see, like, hey, Wolves don't normally do that. They like to go from below for protection of the stage. But, little known facts, every single time that you start your recovery from above the ledge, and you snap the ledge, you don't have a 2-frame. So Jakal using his hitboxes to out-prioritize everything there, and then snap it with no visible, vulnerability to hit him. But then you see Breakfast just go through it anyway because that move is broken. And there's another back air for your trouble.
Speaking of broken moves.
Yeah.
Wolf back air.
Never been bad, by the way.
Never been bad. We did see the option of Shine against that little up air. It is a great tool to break out of disadvantage sometimes, but the problem is that if you can't jump out of Shine, then it's not going to be really, you're going to be stuck.
That's where the mix comes in. Doing it in the air is scary. Another fair bear, that's just good damage. But Wolf and Fox have the ability to, when they successfully reflect something on the ground, they get a frame 1,
jump out,
roll, spot dodge, or jump. They get the option of any of them. But Endothia just not being able to get back to center stage. Jakal is like, I have a back air. I'm going to use it. If you want to jump here, be my guest. You can go back on stage.
Big old hitboxes. Use them. Flaunt them. Yeah. Speaking of which, we're already looking for the back air. Anytime Jakal starts full hopping and short hopping in your face when he's got his back towards you, you know what he's trying to do.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, there's an example of up smash being pretty slow, and you see that you hear the one specific person going like, yeah, dude, in the crowd.
The most mild of pop-offs right there.
And we all know who that was. Yeah, so we're going to go into Game 4, and this is where I believe I call this top player Jakal, where when he's playing against a character with very low mobility and very low burst range, what he ends up doing is he starts a scramble situation and then starts shore hopping away from you, waiting for you to try to flail at him and try to catch him lacking. He's like, all right, nice button, buddy. Have a fair bear for your troubles. And he's gonna. I feel like he's gonna implement that a lot in this game until Endothia is gonna be able to reestablish that center stage with these nairs, because Jakal has been really good at adapting on how to maneuver himself around them, so Endothia doesn't get any center stage.
I mean, real talk. Like, this is what I respect most about Jakal as a player. His neutral is just so like flawless in some of these situations.
Let me hit you!
He's outspacing Game & Watch, and he's not playing a sortie.
Look
and look at this!
Endothia's got to start hitting these techs, mind you, but goodness gracious, like, this is hurting. This might hurt too. Do you think he goes for a 9?
No, not in these spots. And Endothia will go for down throw 9s, but I've never seen like them interrupt a combo string for a 9.
But that would be wrong, bro.
That would be wrong.
And look, you see Jakal playing at that burst range we talked about at the beginning of the set, while Endothia just tries to catch him like, you want to approach me so bad, I know you do. And Jakal's like, I really don't.
Exactly, yeah. I don't need to hit a button.
Oh, what a turnaround back airs. Just put it, when you have Wolf at the ledge, that's where he is the weakest, because he doesn't have room to back up with his aerials. He kind of has to run at you, and those moves are not that great approaching, except for maybe Nair.
These footstools, like this is, Jakal's working on some nonsense right here. Just hasn't been able to get it to connect with this character of shorter stature.
Yeah, it's just, hitting Game & Watch is just so hard. I feel like even, this is a less explored thing, but smaller characters have easier times like parrying stuff, because if somebody wants to hit you, they have less room vertically to mix up where they're hitting your shield.
That's a really good point.
Since you're so short, they have to do a specific timing on when they hit your shield. So like Game & Watch and Diddy and Duck Hunt, they know exactly when you're going to try to hit them.
Short king privilege right there. Good point. You know, all right,
this
so now,
damage is just racking.
Yeah, talking about privilege, we've seen a lot of G-Dub privilege right here. It has just been hitbox after hitbox, left to linger, and Jakal has just had no response. And this is where it gets hard to play against Game & Watch when you've got a character with this big of a lead. Like,
and then you're a spacey with your opponent in red percent, and finally one of the tilts are going to take it. But goodness gracious, there's a lot to work to do. So I feel like if you're Jakal, you obviously try to win this game, and you're going to try to win as neutral as much as possible, but you're going to want to take that information to Game 5. More often than not, you're going to try to use that to experiment, see, hey, what do I need to do against him? If I can figure it out and win this game now, we're in there. Because this character is high key at kill percent. What did I say? What did I say?
I didn't want to interrupt you because I knew you were cooking something, and we both saw the forward airs coming out.
And then Chef Jakal was like, I got something prepped up for you, served fresh and hot.
And a little bit spicy too.
Yeah,
Endothia sweating up a wee bit all of a sudden. We are going to even game.
Back a lead, and then the down throw dash attack, and yeah, now we're back to Dash Back King right here. I don't want anything to do with this Game & Watch, but you're above him now. This is when it gets scary.
Yeah, you got caught in the 50-50s. Is Endothia going to toss out another up air or toss out that Nair?
Just not going to find his way to the ground just yet. This is actually going to pick his foot out of the air with Sausage, and now, it's the moment of regret that you see in your face. You just hear the thunk. There's no flash screen, no nothing, just a giant thunk.
It's like,
and you see yourself in the ground. It's like, well, do I even try mashing here? I'm at 90%. What's the point?
Do you really want to break your controller?
No.
How much spare cash do you
have? If Donkey Kong grabs me at 120, I'm just going to put my controller down. I'm like, all right, stretch my fingers right
Just
quick.
pull out a book.
Exactly.
It's the same thing against Bayonetta sometimes. Like, I could SDI this whole combo, but I mean, I can't write off another GameCube controller on my taxes. Eventually, they're going to get suspicious.
I wish I had sponsors to pay for my controllers. That would be so godlike. Oh, my controllers be so high to maintenance because I play Fox and Luigi, that's a lot of rotating. That's a lot of button pressing. But we're actually going to find our way to Battlefield this time. We've upgraded the area of this stage, and we're going to see what this top platform has in store for us. 2 whiff grabs. Okay, we're just rolling and grabbing here. This is what neutral turns out to sometimes.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious on this one that Jakal would pick this.
This is his pick.
That's interesting that we're going to give the top plat off to Game & Watch here.
I feel like he had a really hard time getting Endothia to stop nairing in that center platform. So he wants Endothia to have to commit to a double jump nair to try to catch him on the top platform or in the middle and try to get him out of center stage. So that's what I think the vision is going for Jakal here, but he still has a percent lead. It's a very fragile percent lead because Game & Watch just be hitting you with stuff, but still, he's in
control.
Just
be hitting hitboxes, that's for sure. A couple of them.
And there we're even again. There we go. Oh, God.
That was, we were going for the haymaker. I don't even know if that would have killed at 80. That's a big risk.
I don't know. I do not know. There we go. Okay, the backer going to catch a wayward down air. Not even going to be able to get to the floor, because I feel like if you're Endothia, you're trying to weave through the platforms, so you're not in the front area. But Jakal's like, okay, you stopped right there. I got you. Back there.
Do you think this could make it actually harder for Endothia to land with the key? That might be what Jakal's thinking of, because Endothia usually was getting away for free in those situations.
I still think if I could change one thing about Game & Watch, and only one thing, I don't think he should be able to drift with that down air.
He has a lot of drift with that down air.
He has a lot of it.
Unreasonable amount.
Imagine if Steve could drift with that.
I don't want to. I don't want to think about that. It's like Game & Watch and Cloud, both of them. No, you stand still when you dare next time. Give him Corrin stand.
And this fair is going to take it. Only 75%. This is a good amount of Game & Watch away, but, you know, he's going to do the thing. Okay.
This is one combo.
I thought he was going to do the thing. I thought he was like, all right, it's time. It's game 5. I got to roll the bones right here and now. Do you think we see it? I feel like you don't. If you're in a game 5 against Jakal, I feel like you shouldn't.
Yeah, against other players maybe, but do you want to give Jakal a lead if you guess wrong?
But it's just another player if you think about it. It calls to him like the Green Goblin mask.
Coward. We have new worlds.
You have no faith.
Isn't it great when you parry that move and then still get hit by it?
I love multi-hits in this game.
That's so great, so great.
I feel like we haven't seen a lot of like back air drag-offs when it comes to like Endothia just like taking Jakal and trying to recover and be like, all right, let's back air you and drag him into the bottom blast zone. But a lot of hitboxes coming out there and Jakal wanted nothing to do with that. He
Just
actually got out
away.
of there by the skin of his teeth. I don't know how it's happening.
I'm kind of stunned that he got away from that at all.
My ears are ringing with the blip, 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 blip,
Yeah.
blip.
Hitting them G-dubs.
There's
8-bit
another
soundtrack.
one. Oh my god, goodness. There is a mod for Game & Watch. I believe that makes him into the AOL dial-up internet
Oh,
noises.
I need that. I need that.
He's yellow, and every single one of them is like a like all the old AOL sounds. It's
wonderful.
ridiculous.
Oh my god, I'm looking that up as soon as I get home. That's wonderful.
But in the meantime, Endothia losing their second stock, a very fragile stock sticking to Jakal right now. But if you use your movement to your advantage and making it possible for Game & Watch to get that hit, the percent really doesn't matter.
The neutral B has also been particularly well placed by Jakal. We've gotten a couple of those. Never actually been in a spot where we've gotten full bucket.
Jakal obviously recognizing that, hey, you're throwing a bomb here. What if I just nair through it? It's just that you have to be able to have the confidence to say, I'm disrespecting bomb right here, right now.
True enough.
And it has some benefit to it because you extend your hitbox off of the bomb, and Game & Watch is kind of just helpless there. So if you can drift into him after that, you're good.
Just keep keying that top platform. Eventually, Jakal will jump up there.
I mean, what is he going to do to punish it? I don't know. He did not like you back there, right?
Oh, we got the soft footstool. That sent Jakal a little bit too high. Now in a super awkward spot. Has to try to recover low potentially. Yep. Up B and then just the roll on. And no, Endothia just walked up to it.
I feel like he got an extra dash by accident. You saw him dash forward and then stutter and dash again, so he wasn't able to cancel it with a grab. The nair drag down, not going to do anything. I feel like he's just going to go for a dash check here at this point. Either one of them, I don't really know, but it's probably going to kill at this point.
Are we at the point where like up tilt kill?
Oh goodness, what a good spacing!
True.
With Wolf, maybe.
When
You need a little bit more rage.
yeah.
You need a little bit more rage at this point. He's gonna. Endothia is like, I got you. You want rage?
Oh, no!
What did I say? What did I say? I know. I see the inner machinations of a Game & Watch player's brain. I'm like, I know exactly what you want.
Yellow ain't even out here watching Game Watch. Yellow just sees the code.
Yes, exactly. The binary code in their brains.
Has to up B, super scary spot. Diaz offstage spot
What
by
a brave
Jakal.
nair! Brave.
How do we get back to center stage? Endothia is putting up a
goodness.
wall here. Jakal unable to get back to neutral. He's dashing back and forth. He doesn't know how to get off the plat.
He's actually mirroring him on the floor. You want to go to that side of the platform? Bet. I'm going to air smash here. Try it again. Go back up there. Oh, goodness gracious. You are being sent off stage by this up B. Somehow not getting hit by the fairy. This is so scary if you're a spacey right here.
Absolutely terrifying. Like, we are still only one strong hit away from it. If Jakal gets the back air, his head gets a neutral air. Endothia, don't jump back.
We see the forward tilt, we see the up tilt. Oh, just doing nothing and standing there. The most powerful option in Ultimate.
He got a whip punish.
Delayed
How?
dash attack and Jakal sinking into his seat in relief of just.
I'm going to be doing the same thing for a minute or so. Jakal found the tiniest gap in Game & Watch's hitbox barrage.
His little hand sticking out there is like toesies. And that just shows you how laggy initial dashes are in this game, especially against characters like Rob, Ivysaur when they're throwing Razor Leaf at you, or even